Well, there really seems to be light at the end of the tunnel. After a very difficult year cooped up at home, the world is slowly opening up and we are finally able to go out. And to go places, we can rely on the all-new 2021 Sienna, an all-hybrid with all-new styling. The good news is, our favorite minivan is now a sleek hybrid and available with a sport-tuned suspension, so we can enjoy both a dynamic drive and amazing fuel efficiency. We know that this pandemic literally stopped the world in its tracks, but our life went on, right? And even in quarantine, my children grew up. Leo is now 2 years old and has started preschool. And my 5-year-old Lily also now has swimming lessons, singing, and even soccer practice and games. Imagine all the driving, but that's not a problem with the all-new 2021 Sienna, a hybrid with a class-leading EPA estimated 36 combined MPG and has an incredible 648-mile driving range. And when it comes to comfort, Sienna's available super long slide seats and captain's chairs with built-in ottomans has it covered. And let's not forget Sienna's available hands-free dual power sliding doors, which definitely make life easier, especially for mom and dads. The all-new 2021 Sienna has got everything I need to help me conquer my busy mompreneur life. And while everyone is wondering if this new year will give us a better normal, I know for sure that this new Sienna will give me an easier normal. In Tagalog, we have a phrase for saying thank you, and that is
Maraming salamat po.
Hi guys, welcome to So Jannelle. I'm your host Jannelle, so inviting all of you to celebrate an early Thanksgiving with us here on the show with our Thanksgiving table. This is a Filipino Thanksgiving table featuring some of my favorite Filipino food vendors. We have a lot to be thankful for coming off a pandemic year. 2021 has been a much better year, right? Would you say?
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Yes, and I'm so thankful for our guests this afternoon. Jason Lustina from Brown Baked Desserts.
Yes.
Hello, welcome
Hello.
to the show. Eric and Abby from Woas.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
that's my children's favorite lumpia, the sotanghon, and my favorite champorado, of course. And then Sheila of Pares at Iba Pa. Hello
Thank you for
to
having
you.
us.
Pares is also my favorite. Everyone's my favorite. Everyone in the stable is my favorite. Kasaya is also my favorite florist. One of the blessings for me for 2021, because that's when I met her at an event. Thank you for all the flowers. Since then, I've been using her flowers. You can see she's amazing. And then we have Avon and Yang, of course, of the Embotidos, which is also my favorite. You know, I bake the Embotidos, different flavors, and I mix it with rice and steamed broccoli for my children. You know, I decided to bring everyone together because it's Thanksgiving, and as Filipinos living in the US, I don't know, I was born and raised in the Philippines, so I did not have a Thanksgiving tradition. What are yours? Do you have any?
I mean, it's been the same every year since I've been born. Our families just get together and everybody brings food, and kind of like this, we just get around and just have a table full of food. Everybody just eats and watches football and watches the Macy's Thanksgiving parade. So all of that.
We don't really celebrate Thanksgiving in the Philippines, but here it was like, okay, we gotta celebrate Thanksgiving the Filipino way, I guess. So of course, we do potluck. So our sisters and our brothers, we all get together at one designated house, and then yeah, from there we eat. Of course, we do video. Okay?
Our tradition is we celebrate both like Filipino and American. So we have a turkey
and we have lechon.
Oh, wow.
Ways. So I'm inviting myself to your Thanksgiving for the lechon.
Yes.
Because that's true, right? Filipinos don't really like turkey so much. My
Yeah.
family doesn't like turkey.
Yeah.
And also that's the reason why we put together this spread for you. It's very Filipino. It's so Pinoy, right? And we're gonna be talking about the foods also later, of course. But flowers, kesaya, your Thanksgiving tradition.
So I'm half Filipina, half puti or Caucasian white. So we also have turkey and lumpia and sometimes lechon if we're getting really festive, but we always have a mix of food. So in our family, it's all about coming together and potluck. So
I
it's
love
really nice.
that. Love that.
Yeah, so for us
So
family,
nice.
we do
Yeah.
have turkey, but my mom, what my mom will do, she'll cook it in
Adobo.
Oh, I love that.
Adobo
Yes.
turkey.
It's adobo turkey.
Adobo turkey.
Yeah.
And then my mom, normally she's the one who cooks everything, but now what we do is we have our own assigned dish.
Mhm.
So like
The
for
specialty
for
dish.
Abby, she'll cook the lumpia, and for us, embotido, and for my brother,
So
he's the
Filipino
one who cooked
spaghetti.
the Filipino spaghetti.
Yes, so the Embotidos, Avon and Yang,
Yeah.
and Abby and Eric of Woas, they're related, they're sisters, right?
Yes.
Me and Alvin are
Abby and Avon are sisters, and this is why it's also nice because we're coming together. Thanksgiving is about family.
Family,
Yes,
that's right.
that's
Right?
right.
And for us Filipinos, community is also family.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? And so when we return on the show, we're gonna meet the story of each and every one at this table. You wouldn't want to miss that. Celebrating Thanksgiving today on So Jannelle. Keep it here. Thank you for sharing your time with us here on So Jannelle, where we are celebrating Thanksgiving the Filipino way. We've put together some of my favorite friends and favorite food vendors. They're also friends, of course, and they're also family because that's what Thanksgiving is about. And each brought some of their specialty dishes. And today we're also going to be talking to each and every one of them about what they're thankful for from the year 2021. This has been a stellar year coming off of a pandemic, and also the journey of their businesses. And because Thanksgiving is about family, let us start with the Embotidos and Woas.
I'm Yang Lim of the Embotidos.
I'm Abby Gosalves of Woas Kitchen Made Love.
Well, first and foremost, we're thankful that we're here, we're breathing, we're living. Because throughout the pandemic, we lost a lot of people we know, and we lost a lot. So just the fact that we're breathing, I'm thankful for that. We're also thankful that because of the pandemic, the brighter side of it, the Embotidos was born. So it was something that veered away from all the stresses, but it gave us hope that tomorrow would be a better one.
Feels like, it's over. We're trying to get back to normal, and that's a very big blessing for us. And again, just like what Yang said, it gave birth to Woas as well. It basically normalized the very abnormal times that we had during the pandemic. It took off my stress during the time that we're busy doing our egg rolls and our products.
We started with the classic embotido, which is a recipe of the mom, and it was handed down to us. But from the classic pork, we came up with the classic chicken. And then after that, we kind of played and put a twist on the flavor. So instead of just the classic, we are now offering 4 cheese embotidos. We have the salted egg embotidos, and then we also have the nori collection, which is the spicy nori. So we put a twist, we wrap it in seaweed, and then the crimp nori, it's a combination of the crab and the shrimp. So it's the first and totally meatless embotido, I would say.
So basically, we feature my mom's recipe again. Our products are assortment of egg rolls, and we also have our signature champorado. So for our egg rolls, we have our traditional and our, again, a twist of the traditional. We have pork Shanghai rolls. We have our chicken Shanghai rolls. We have our traditional vegetable egg rolls, our lumpiang gulay. And the twist that we're talking about is our own recipe of lumpianisa. Lumpianisa is longganisa inside the egg roll. And the other twist again is our sotanghon egg roll, where sotanghon guisado is inside the egg roll.
We need baon going to work. We always bring it to work for potlucks. You know how Filipinos are. We love parties even at work. So I bring it to work, and then they started ordering. But it was just like friends and co-workers. But the pandemic, because we had time, especially when we had to stay at home, we were not able to travel, so we just stay at home. So we thought of something to do to remove the stress. So we started making, and then I have this pregnant co-worker who had been insisting me before, hey Yang, come on, magluto ka na ng embotido. But since I didn't have time during that, so hindi natuloy. So during the pandemic, I called her and they said, oh, we're going to make embotidos na, you wanna order? And I said yes. So it started with 20 rolls. And then there's one person who's also influential on the growth of embotidos, which is Miss Olivia Crido. Because when we gave her, and then she posted it on IG, bang, it just grew. Complete strangers ordering from us. So that's the start. We are thankful for people who support small businesses. I mean, like you, Jannelle, and like Miss O, like other clients who started ordering and reordering. So it gave us the inspiration to, hey, there's a wide market out there, so why not do it?
So basically our story is it's a parallelism. So my mom already used to sell her pork Shanghai, just pork Shanghai and the vegetable egg rolls, because that's the traditional egg rolls that a lot of Filipinos eat. The Embotido started the caravan thingy, and they said, why don't you do it? I said, are you sure you can do it? It's like, yeah, let's why don't you give it a try? So we did, and then I thought of, okay, aside from the egg roll, aside from the lumpia, one of my favorite thing that my mom cooks is the champorado. We did a little bit of tweaking on to make it more gourmet-ish. So we came up with dolce crema, our own signature dolce crema, to go with the champorado. From there, yeah, it's been more than a year now that we've been doing this. And of course, Jannelle, thank you for your support and your love for small businesses like ours.
God willing, we hope to be visible not only in Asian stores, but also in our local stores, so that non-Filipinos can also get it.
I think we have started it, that Filipino food is becoming more diverse now. It's not just specifically for Filipinos. Other nationalities or other people are already starting to enjoy it. Yeah, so that's the main goal. And because Filipino food is very good, we hope that the world will get to taste how delicious our food is.
I am thankful for family. I am thankful for faith. I am thankful for friendships. I'm thankful for this year that has been quite good, rebounding off of a pandemic year, which was very difficult for a lot of us. And that's what we're celebrating today and more on Jannelle Thanksgiving Special, as we gathered some of our favorite friends, some of our favorite food vendors, putting together this Filipino-style Thanksgiving feast. Also on the show, if you missed the top of the program, we talked about how we celebrate Thanksgiving the Filipino way here in the US, right? My family tradition, we travel during Thanksgiving because that's the only time my siblings, my sister, her husband, my brother, his wife, and my other brother, that's the only time we're all on break at the same time, and so we go on road trips. What is your Thanksgiving tradition? Also, Thanksgiving tradition for Filipinos, we have lumpia, we have Filipino food, right? And that's why we're featuring some of them today on the show. Right about now, we're gonna feature the story of one of my greatest blessings in 2021, meeting this amazing Filipina who's very creative. She's beautiful inside and out, and her her flower creations are also very beautiful. Here is Kesaya of Petals and Pricklies.
I'm Kesaya Banyo, owner of Petals. I've had a love affair with flowers from when I was a little girl. I was doing arrangements for family, for friends, for birthdays, and it wasn't until COVID and the pandemic, like many small business owners that I meet, that creative outlet had a way to come out because we were all inside. And it was actually my brother who had told me, you should start a business. And I was like, oh, I'm not sure people, there's so many flowers out there. There's Trader Joe's, there's Ralph's, there's so many options. So I sat on it for a little bit and I thought, how could I offer a product of beauty, but it creates impact? So I was sitting and I was staring out the window and I was listening to this one song on repeat. And it came to me that if I could offer a product that gave people the opportunity to give back, then it was something I was excited about. Then I really wanted to offer flowers. That's when Petals and Pricklies was born. Our business model is give back. So every time you purchase flowers or any product from Petals and Pricklies, you plant 10 trees throughout the global south. And that's what made it really special to me, was the ability to take something I love, flowers, and the art and design of flowers, and marrying it with community give back. And that's Petals and Pricklies. And it started in 2020, like many small businesses. 2020 was about learning. It was about taking off my fear of facing the world and the community and saying, I have a product. And I was actually really shy in the beginning. I didn't want to do pop-ups. I didn't really want to talk to the public. I just wanted to design flowers, plant trees, and give people an opportunity to see beauty in their homes through flowers. And it was learning the ropes of business, learning the ropes of meeting other small business owners, and engaging with the Filipina community. That was really, really important to me because of my heritage of being kalahati and half Filipina. I wanted to find other Filipina creatives. Then 2021 happened, and it was really now connecting with the community, getting over the fear of being in the public, listening to customers, listening to consumers, seeing the trends within the flower industry, and really starting to develop my own voice as a small business owner, really believing in my product and what I have to offer the community. This 2021, I'm thankful for family, for community, for my business, for those that have given me an opportunity in 2021 to express my voice in flowers even more. I'm thankful also in 2021 for having the ability to be just alive. Flowers are like food, and like many folks within the small business food industry, we have to learn how to balance our time with designing our product in a timely manner and getting it out to the public. To get our voice and our distribution out there to work at scale I think that's going to be a 2022 challenge, is how do I grow? But right now I've just really enjoyed connecting with my Filipino roots, connecting with the community, the small business community who has such open arms, and learning to, talk to the world.
And for a busy entrepreneur like yourself, when you're on the go, how do you keep your sustenance when you get hungry and all that?
Drive-through. It's very helpful. Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that, because especially with flowers, it's not a product you can store long-term. You make it just in time, which takes time away from cooking. So a lot of times I do spend time eating out or in the drive-through, to be honest.
So I'll have you try the McDonald's. McDonald's now has a Mac Chicken sandwich combo meal. Thank you for sharing your time with us here on So Jannelle. I hope you're having fun. This is the time for Thanksgiving. This is the time for family. This is the time for community. This is the time for food. And that's why we got together some of our favorite food vendors to put together a spread of what a Filipino Thanksgiving feast might look like. If you missed any of our previous segments today and on the other weeks here on the show, make sure that you catch us online where we are always on. We are on YouTube, youtube.com/SoJannelleTV, where we also post unedited, raw, and even longer versions of interviews that you see on TV. As you know, airtime is quite expensive. We are also on social media on Facebook, facebook.com/SoJannelleTV, where we want to get social with you. So please like our page, and also on Instagram. Please follow us where you can see live, real-time photos and trailers that we feature on the show. That's instagram.com/SoJannelleTV. Back here on the show right about now, we're gonna feature the story of Jason Lastina of Brown Baked Dessert, and of course, also a favorite of mine, Pares at Iba Pa.
Hi, I'm Jason Lasina, founder of Brown Baked Desserts.
Hi, I'm Sheila Bizarra, founder of Pares at Iba Pa.
So what Brown Baked Desserts is, I take what you would have as traditional Filipino flavors and transform them into cakes, cookies, breads, cheesecakes, everything to whatever you could think of. Brown Bake has been around for about 5 years. Actually, we celebrate 5 years next week. So, and it was just something that I was doing as a hobby, and I would just post pictures, you know, the power of social media. Everybody's like, can I buy this? I'm like, no, you can't buy this. Can I buy this? No. And I just continually just posted, and people just really wanted the product, where it was just one Thanksgiving. I was like, okay, let me just put it out there and let me just see if people would actually buy, and the orders just started coming in. So it was pretty amazing. I actually had the honor of doing my first event. That was my first order, was Barry Gordy Jr. of Motown, his granddaughter's birthday. So that was really an honor, and from there, Brown Bake was born.
My journey of Pares at Iba Pa was started during the pandemic. I love cooking. That's my love language, cooking for everybody. When pandemic hit, my friends, the Embotidos, pushed me to finally do it, sell my food. So I decided to do Pares. Why Pares? Because it's a typical roadside food in the Philippines. So every time I feel homesick, I cook that.
It actually went really well during the pandemic. I think everybody wanted their sweets and sugar as they were on lockdown. So the orders were just coming in. I mean, this past, I would say almost 2 years, have been my biggest years with Brown Baked. I mean, everybody wanted their cookies, their cheesecakes, and everything. Yeah. So it was one of the best 2 years I've had since the inception of Brown Baked.
2020, when we first started, we started with planning from zero. So what are my products? How do I package it? What's my selling point, selling price? All of that, and word of mouth, and during the caravans with the Embotidos, 2021 has been good to Pares at Iba Pa. We've expanded our menu, and we've been selling more and shipping also nationwide.
I'm truly thankful for just the community. I mean, it's been great to see everybody supporting each other, all the small businesses supporting each other. Recently, I've been recognized a lot with Brown Baked, been featured in articles, been on a couple of TV shows. I even have my desserts that have been featured at some events at Yamashiro. So it's been great to showcase my desserts. So I just have to thank everybody that's been supporting Brown Baked.
I'm thankful for being alive. A lot of big businesses closed down. But then for the small businesses, it gave us a lot of opportunities to grow. I'm thankful for that.
I always love experimenting in the kitchen with like different flavors. I would love to mess around with yema and like all these other different things. And also like looking around my environment and seeing what's out there. Also, I really want to start getting to shipping. That's been the biggest question around, like, do you ship? Hopefully that'll be within the next year.
I want to bring the Pares experience in California, like having a brick and mortar store, because every Filipino has their own Pares story, and I want that Pares to become part of their lives.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us, sharing an early Thanksgiving feast with us here on So Jannelle. Of course, I have been saying over and over, gathered here behind me are some of our favorite friends, favorite food vendors, favorite small business Filipino entrepreneurs who also want to say thank you for supporting them through this through the pandemic year, of course, and through this last 2021. In Tagalog, we have a phrase for saying thank you, and that is
Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat din po sa inyong panonood ng So Jannelle. Of course, we are on social media, so please get social with us on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook as well. And of course, on TV next week, same time, same channel. I'm your host, Jannelle So, and this has been So Jannelle.